Thank you. Good evening. Dobry wieczór. My name is George Winter. My website is georgewinter.ca. Because this is the final all candidates meeting, I'd like to summarize the tightrope that you walk when you run against Hazel McCallion. You obviously can't be disrespectful, but you also want to point out what other roads could have been taken. To some people, I have been too generous to her in my comments. To others, I have been too negative. Let me assure you that as a 30-year teacher of students at risk, I've always looked for the good in others and in having a win-win situation. I am not going to go against my core beliefs to appear tough. That's not who I am. But I wish a few different decisions had been made. In 87 and 88, I represented you in Ward 3 as school trustee. Our board was busing 30,000 students. The Dufferin Peel board, probably close to that. How many of our children's first school experience involved that crowded, bumpy ride to school? The chairs of both boards pleaded with the city not to release all the land simultaneously because they couldn't keep up with building new schools. All these development fees meant property taxes were low or even frozen, but each Rockwood resident and homeowner paid for it with higher home prices without realizing it, up to $10,000 more. You probably could have used that money back then. Look at the other costs of uncontrolled expansion in Mississauga. Incredible traffic congestion. Try taking Dundas Street almost any time. And this ward is pretty lucky. A number of you can take one bus and you're at the subway. Think of the other Mississauga residents and the long journeys that they must make. Look at what passes for a downtown in Mississauga. The inquiry, as costly as it is, has shown us how business is conducted and who the main players are. How can any 4- or 5-star hotel be built in the center of Mississauga when the only attractions are a huge shopping mall, condos, and the Living Arts Center? And when the owners of that shopping mall control how little commercial can be built, is it a surprise that all we get is more condos, more customers for them? I am running to be your mayor because I want this election to be a referendum on the McCallion years. Does she deep down really believe that this is the greatest city in Canada? Instead, let's be realistic and try to make it better. As a new mayor, I would welcome the expertise of an experienced council. Early in my term, I would ask councillors to spend a full week using public transit, including both morning and afternoon rush hours, to ask commuters lots of questions, get lots of suggestions. You know, apparently there were 500,000 people at Woodstock, but now 5 million people say they were there. I ask you to be the actual people who can say in future years, I voted for a change in 2010 because I could see it was the right time and George Winter was the right person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Winter. I will now pass the microphone to the moderator.
Cast beyond graphic,